We all want to be happy. When you think your destiny is in the hands of God or everything happens randomly, then you feel you have no control. There is no chance to create your future. In Buddhism, the recognition of the law of cause and effect, also known as karma, is a fundamental key to understand how you've created your world with actions of your body, speech, and mind. When you truly understand karma, then you realize you are responsible for everything in your life. It is incredibly empowering to know that your future is in your hands. In this program, we will learn the basic laws of karma and how to change your world.
In this 6th program of our series, you'll learn about karma and the law of cause and effect. You'll begin to understand how your own actions of body, speech, and mind actually create your life experiences. And what actually determines the nature of any action, positive or negative, is our underlying motivation. Therefore, it becomes especially clear at this point the essential importance of the practice of motivation. Therefore, before listening to these teachings, in order to plant the most powerful seed we can in our mind streams for our own happiness and for the happiness of all other living beings, let us generate an especially strong motivation of bodhicitta, the highest intention possible, in order to be able to reach enlightenment as quickly as possible, to liberate other sentient beings from their sufferings and bring them to the perfect happiness of enlightenment as well.
Where did you come from? Well, Christians and the rest say you came from God. Western materialists say you came from mummy and daddy. Well, Buddha says you came from previous moments of your own consciousness, right? And so the implication here is kind of central to all the practice in Buddhism. And this is the implication here is the concept of karma, cause and effect. Karma. Okay? This, if you like to find a creative principle in Buddhism, this is where it is. This is what you'll find. If you want to find who am I, who made me, where do I come from, why is the world the way it is, why is there suffering, why is there suns and moons, the answer in Buddhism is karma. If you ask the question, who made me, well, Buddha says very directly, you did. So this consciousness of ours, it's not physical, doesn't come from God or Buddha, doesn't come from mother, father. Your body did, no problem. Egg and sperm, no problem. Turns into this nice body of yours. How kind of mother and father to provide the body, you know. But who you are, your personality, your characteristics, your propensities, your love, your hate, your anger, your jealousy, your pride, your craziness, your intelligence, whatever, doesn't come from mother, father. Just because we're like them doesn't mean that they gave it to us, you know. So consciousness is beginningless, not created. Doesn't just come from nowhere. It's not some random event that just pops up out of the sky, you know. isn't physical, not created. These are the central points about mind. And in a way, for a Buddhist or for a person even wanting to understand Buddhism, to at least hear these words is kind of crucial to an understanding of how you practice and how you develop. And all all of Buddha's teachings are based on this concept, actually. Everything we say, do, or think, in Buddhist terms, is a karma, if you like. Like everything you do say, or think is like a seed that you're planting in your consciousness that will bring a fruit similar to that seed. But all karma is Buddha's explanation of why. That's all. It's simply his technical explanation of why you get harm, you get love, whatever the story is. I mean, it's a heavy-duty idea, but it's very empowering because it says, I can change it.
What we call karma, actions and their results, is in possesses four main characteristics. The first is that whatever action has been created, it will definitely bear its effect, its corresponding effect. The second is that whatever action has been accumulated, its result will be experienced on an increased level. It means it increases and bears wider and larger results than the action itself. Then the karma, which is, or the action, an action which is not being created cannot be experienced, and whatever actions has been created is its effect will be experienced. It's not going to be lost. Therefore, this is why it is extremely important for us to do not let even a single day go by without purifying the negative karmas, the negative actions we have accumulated that day. And therefore, this is why I keep advising that before you're going to sleep every night, review the day, check what you have done, recognize the negative actions, the positive actions you have accumulated, and rejoice on the virtues. So then you keep multiplying those virtues by rejoicing, and make a strong determination that again you're going to do like that also the next day, and so forth. And also recognize the negative actions that you have accumulated, apply the four opponent powers. In short, make sure that you attempt to purify those particular actions, negative actions accumulated that very day, to stop their multiplying force, their increasing force, and you generate a strong determination that you're not going to engage in those actions again in the next day. So this is a very important practice to be taken in your heart. In brief, what should be done all the time is to practice awareness of the three doors of the body, speech, and mind. When you are alone, practice awareness of the mind. What's going on in my mind right now? Is my mind going into virtuous or non-virtuous? And while recognizing that the mind is going into non-virtuous, apply the opponent's the opponent powers to that particular non-virtuous and bring back the mind to virtuous. And while you find yourself with others, you should mainly apply awareness in your speech. Actually, for those who want to be happy, even while experiencing great mental hardships, all they have to do is to place confidence in the karma. Then you know that sufferings comes as a result of previously accumulated actions. If I have accumulated these particular actions myself, nobody else is going to experience the result but myself. Therefore, by experiencing this particular result right now, I'm actually getting rid of a huge load of negative karma that I've accumulated in the past. And that itself serves to clear completely the mind from any hardships, even at time of incredible difficulties.
If we investigate what is the essential teaching of the Buddha, what is the single most important teaching of the Buddha? Some people say it is the teaching on compassion, or which in its highest form is the teaching about bodhicitta. Some people might say that the most important teaching of the Buddha is the teachings of the true nature of self and phenomena, the wisdom teachings of the Buddha. Some people may say something else, but I think what we have to say is the single most important teaching of the Buddha is the teaching on the law of cause and effect, about karma. This is the single most important teaching of the Buddha because it contains within it all of the other teachings. By understanding the law of cause and effect and practicing it in one's life, it is the way to develop love and kindness and compassion and eventually bodhicitta. By practicing the law of cause and effect in our daily life, it is being wise, and it is the way to develop wisdom.